story of me. Take two.
3, 2, here we go. Ready and action.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
So I was really looking forward to this documentary. For me, Michael J. Fox will always be either Stuart Little or Chance from Homeward Bound. To many others, he will always either be Marty McFly or Alex P. Keaton. There is no understating that Michael J. Fox is a icon. And so when I heard that they were doing a documentary on him, I was eagerly excited to check this out. Still, a Michael J. Fox movie is a documentary that follows the living legend through his struggles of becoming an actor to landing the role that put him on the map. Davis Guggenheim does a really good job of showing us Michael J. Fox as he follows his dream to become an actor, from living in a crappy apartment in Beverly Hills to landing the role of Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Because when it comes down to celebrities, we always see the glitz and glamour, and some of them are self-made, others come from rich and famous parents. When it came down to Michael J. Fox, there was an element of his that I was able to relate, not just coming from nothing and trying to become something, but kind of seeing how his dad really did believe in his dream. So seeing Michael J. Fox's dad really drive him down there and believing in him that he's able to follow his dream and become somebody, then that was very heartwarming to see. Plus you also see the other side of fame when it came down to him getting invited to all these wild parties after the success of Back to the Future, and now him being a household name, seeing him how he spent his Back to the Future money. It was very personal to see, and it definitely didn't try to paint him as this guy that was very holy, that he was always nice and there were no bad habits about him. There were a couple of bad habits that we see him that he had to go through, whether it was him becoming an alcoholic when a couple of his projects didn't do well with either financially or critically. You saw him go into this deep state of depression because he was always renowned. He was always known as the guy that was able to make money at the box office, and everything that he did was turning into critic gold. And so he was very likable and very lovable, but it was those many reviews that really took a toll on him, and it showed the side of him that some of us may probably have never known. And it was just great to see that side of him just come out and be able to be as real as it possibly can. And that is something that I absolutely enjoyed and loved about this documentary, is that although it does tackle a bit of his life and it doesn't really go into his whole life fully, I would really appreciate that we were able to see the dark side of his life and how he dealt with that. Seeing how he was kind of an asshole to his wife when they first met, and just him falling in love with her, that was very great to see. And just seeing them grow stronger nowadays, that was also very inspirational to see. When it comes down to Hollywood marriages that either got a divorce or had an affair. And so seeing Michael J. Fox and his wife's love story, that was fantastic to see as well. Now, while I think that this is a wonderful and inspiring documentary, I do feel like this documentary tackles a bit of his life and we don't really get to see the full picture. It is about 95 minutes, so it is a bit short, but it was inspiring to see him come from nothing and to becoming a household name. And while it does tackle his Parkinson's and how it's become a challenge for him, and just seeing how him and his wife dealt with the news when he was first diagnosed with him, I felt like we only got snippets of it and kind of felt like I needed just a little bit more. I didn't need a lot more, just a little bit more. However, aside from that, for those that need inspiration, this documentary does it great. Seeing Michael J. Fox rise to fame will put lifelong fans of his tear up from beginning to end. Following Fox from his early days, from going to auditions to booking Family Ties, it was emotional and heartwarming to see. And then seeing him rise from the success of Back to the Future and Teen Wolf is also both emotional and heartwarming to see. While I don't think that this is one of the best documentaries ever made, or ones that I've ever seen, I think it's still worth checking out if you have the time. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and give still a Michael J. Fox movie a 7 out of 10. Like I said, this was not one of the best documentaries ever made, but I do think that is very inspirational and very heartwarming to see. And seeing Michael J. Fox is like the sun. It always brightens up our day. But those are my thoughts on still a Michael J. Fox movie. Have you guys checked it out? Are you even interested in this documentary? It's available now on Apple TV+, so if you have the chance, Go ahead and run it out and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys on the next review.